Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video I will be talking about the Korean beauty standards. The topics I will be covering are: what is the Korean beauty standard? How does it affect the K-industry? The pros and cons of the standards. What Koreans think about the beauty levels, and lastly what my personal intake of the standards are. This video is on the more serious side, so I ask for everyone to be respectful in the comments. Any hate or ignorant comments will be deleted and I will block you. Don't test me. I did as much research as I could for this video, so if you find any incorrect facts or misunderstandings in this video, please let me know nicely. Oh gosh, enough rambling and on to the video. The Korean beauty standards are a set of features that determine if you are visually attractive. Some idols that fit the Korean beauty standards are BTS's Jin, Red Velvet's Irene, Twice's Chewie, and Astro's Cha Eun-woo. There are a lot more, but when you think of idols that are respected for their beauty, these idols come to mind first. Am I wrong? So what do you need to have to be attractive in Korea? Well, the list is different for both men and women, and some features are the same, so it's kind of like a Venn diagram. For women, Koreans like it when they have a slim figure, not exceeding around 55 kilograms. And for their height, most female trainees and idols are around 5'1" to 7", which is the average height. Female idols are expected to have double eyelids, flawless skin, oval or V-shaped jawlines, 1:8 head-to-body ratios, pale skin, and agosal, which are those eye bags underneath their eyes that give them a more youthful look. To be honest, this list could go on and on, but these are the basics. Throughout my journey in K-pop, I realized that the visuals for female idols are always acknowledged more and are always judged more. Male idols are usually less pressured to look a certain way, but I have noticed when on camera, male idols are the ones who tend to put a lot more pressure on themselves to look perfect, even though they get judged a lot less, which really confuses me. The Korean beauty standards have always been around actually, but it wasn't until around 1999 the K-beauty cosmetics industry started to hit off, and has now been shaped into the perfect appearance. How does it affect the K-industry? Well, it gives these companies high expectations, and if you don't meet them, best know you're not gonna debut. I wouldn't be surprised if some Korean people were too scared to go into the entertainment industry because of how much you have to sacrifice, because it's a lot. It's also generalizing unhealthy living. An idol looks tired on stage, that's normal. An idol passes out on stage, that's normal, and it's so weird. Like Korea doesn't care. They will do anything to hurt your feelings. Example, when K-fans gave SNSD a Black Ocean at the Dream concert in 2008. Yeah, it doesn't just fall into beauty. These beauty standards also make it easy for an idol to get hate. If they are a tiny bit over the ideal weight or are a lot tanner, they will get ripped apart by K-nets. Purple Kiss's Swan started receiving hate about her weight like 2 days after she debuted. To me, she looks happy and healthy, but we never know because she had to go on a hiatus in one of Purple Kiss's pre-debut songs because of health issues that weren't specified. If she's not having issues with her dancing, then I don't see the problem with her weight. These toxic beauty standards also pass having skill or talent. Let's say a trainee has amazing vocal skills, exceptional dancing, and can rap, but doesn't fall into the Korean beauty standards, whilst another trainee is exceptionally attractive but still needs a bit more practice. Which one do you think companies are going to pick? Well, it really depends on the company, but for big three groups I noticed they like their visuals. And if they do pick the talented one, they might pressure them to get plastic surgery, which is another bad thing that can have its own video. These trainees want to debut so bad, not knowing if they're gonna flop or not, that they will risk everything to please their company, and that doesn't add up for me. Next up, we have the pros and cons of the standards. The Korean beauty standards aren't all that bad from a company's perspective, because more visuals equals more recognition, and more recognition equals more exposure, and more exposure equals more money, and more money equals a higher rank. You see how it goes. Generally speaking, these idols are agreeing with these toxic standards, or are being forced to act oblivious, which again is another video on its own. So logically speaking, there is nothing wrong with beauty standards in companies' eyes. Another pro of having trainees that are attractive: it helps companies create their dream projects. Let's say a company wanted to create a real hardcore girl crush group, having visuals would be able to help their dreams come true. Companies such as SM say they don't look at visuals when picking trainees, and yet they end up with a group filled with exceptional visuals. Coincidence? I don't know. But when deciding their lineup, I am 99.99% sure they put individual visuals to consideration. Having attractive visuals is also good for drawing in new fans or people that are new to K-pop in general. I noticed that boy group visuals are the ones that are quite effective because boy group stans are loyal, as they will stick with a consistent bias, unlike girl group stans who change their opinions 24/7. The major cons of the K-beauty standards are that it gives outsiders a stereotypical look of what every Korean is like. They think every Korean person are these skinny rich Barbie and Ken dolls, which isn't true at all. It makes them feel as if they aren't welcome in Korea. Oh, but then again they're not. If these are the beauty standards, best know you will never catch me in Korea. Korean people low-key scare me, and I would be so uncomfortable. Like every other country in the world, Korea is a mess and has a lot of improvement to do. Another con about the Korean beauty standards is that it is toxic and unrealistic. They really expect growing trainees to be under 55 kilograms and look perfect 24/7. If Korean people think certain idols are lazy or untalented, then wow, I must look like the whole clownery to y'all. My last con is that it sections out idols, it leaves others in the dust whilst it praises others. It's really obvious actually. Let's take Hyunjin from Stray Kids as an example. People praise his visuals all the time and forget the other members exist. I'm pretty sure idols know about the comparison between them. I mean, how would you not? I had to do a lot more research for this one, but I found out that Koreans believe that the good looking wins over the half. Apparently they hear that phrase since childhood, which is really sad actually. In Korea, attractiveness is considered a priority. Many Koreans, especially the younger generation, think that a good appearance plays an important role in success. For example, many people believe the prettier and more handsome their resume photo, the more likely they'll land the job. In Korean high schools, many teenagers are interested in beauty and makeup, including plastic surgery. Teenagers often receive a plastic surgery as a birthday gift or a graduation present. That is literally crazy. You know, I found a section in my research that says that beauty standards in Korea are mostly shaped by Korean celebrities and artists. Their face and body then becomes the normal that teenagers look up to. You have to fit in Korea. Like in the UK for example, if you're not a chav or ignorant person, you're not going to be popular. And trust me, I live in the UK and the schools are so ghetto lmeo. So in Korea, if you're not somewhat attractive, best know you're gonna be left out. There is something I've been wanting to say for a while now. I have had this video idea since the beginning of my channel, but I'm only making it now. But that's not the thing I wanted to say. Korean people push these harsh beauty levels on idols when they are ugly themselves. Wait, let me rephrase that so I don't get dragged. Most Koreans are under the beauty levels they are forcing upon idols, especially the ones who post nasty comments. There, I said it and I'm not taking it back. This is a commentary channel after all. I should be able to say my opinions. Lastly, we have my personal intake of the standards. Well, I understand why it's there, but I don't like the way it's being executed. They make it look like being less attractive is a sin. I like how certain idols and companies don't follow these strict rules, because in such a saturated industry like K-pop, when someone does something it becomes a trend and all the companies start copying. It really confuses me, and how most of our faves are over the beauty standards. Out of a lot of trainees, our faves stand out, and that is why they are idols. The talk about plastic surgery is a bit of a confusing one because no one actually knows if idols get it or not. Most of our faves are legal adults and should be able to make their own decisions. Personally, I wouldn't get plastic surgery. My conscience wouldn't allow that, and I would feel so guilty for changing myself for like a 7-year contract that might flop. Overall, I have nothing really much to say. The standards are there and will be there forever. Well, maybe until Korea becomes a lot less conservative, but I doubt that will happen soon. Since we are here talking about a serious topic, I thought it would be a good time to address the Asian hate crimes going on. I am not Asian and I am not really an empath, but I can't imagine how hard it is to live being scared of getting hurt. We are all equal and no race is better than another. There will be a link in my description that can educate you on what has been going on for a year now. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Tell me what you think of the Korean beauty standards in the comments. Bye.